Guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, I'm a realtor from Calgary and today's video is top 10 things what buyer's agents do for their clients, for buyers. Today I'm shooting the video from Calgary downtown and there is Nito in front of me. If you missed her, so she's supposed to be my camera girl, but I guess I'm going to be recording myself today. Anyways guys, first thing what realtors do is help you get a mortgage. Now I know what you think, that realtors are not supposed to be involved into mortgage because there are mortgage brokers for that. But unfortunately most of the times buyer's agents have to help you out with the mortgage, because being in the industry we just know so many mortgage brokers all over the place. And what happens usually, people go to their banks and where they are shopping around usually, and banks are in Canada really slow. So sometimes when the banks are too slow, and most of the times it is the case, where we would provide you with the list of mortgage brokers to get your pre-approval. Something went wrong, you got your mortgage pre-approval, let's say in HSBC or something like that in Vancouver, you came to Calgary, next thing you know, for some reason they wouldn't give you a mortgage, and you are already placed an offer, you already almost purchased the place, it's conditionally sold, you have to waive conditions, you have 2 weeks, most of the times less than 2 weeks, and you need to find a mortgage, a lender that's going to give you the money. So that's where you go to your real estate agent, and if they're fast enough and if they are professional enough. Personally guys, sometimes I even get on the phone and I start helping them out, the clients, to meet the deadline. I provide a list of people, they select whichever they like the most, and we go from there. But a lot of times real estate agents get involved with their buyers to help them secure a mortgage by providing the purchase contract, by providing the MLS listing, by providing access to the bank's appraiser from the lender to the property. So that's number one thing that real estate agents do for their buyers, to help them out and secure and buy a house here in Calgary. Second thing that real estate agents would do for you, they would help you narrow down on the search criteria and the properties, the location and the type of properties that you want to see. Guys, I'll tell you a situation. I had a client where we had to see so many properties, literally over 50 houses. Now by that time the client doesn't know anymore what is the best option for them, what they really want. They've seen so many houses, they're confused already what they've seen, what property has what, and then they're already getting to a point where they are frustrated and they want to just buy at least something. That's where a real estate agent, good real estate agent for buyers, would help you understand what you are searching for. Because from being in perspective of a real estate agent, it's way easier to see what you really want. Because when you're shopping for a house, you're not only excited, you're also confused and worried a lot. So you might be ending up shopping for something that you might not exactly know your own criteria. So that's where a real estate agent would utilize all of the experience that they have and say, hey, listen, so you are searching for this type of house in this type of location within that budget, and this property would hit most of the tick marks for you. Guys, check this out. Hi. City of Calgary is working. So real estate agents would really help you navigate your search criteria and find the right house. Of course, if you are able to build that relationship and that connection with your realtor, because if you cannot, then you just keep on driving around with no purpose and you won't find something that you want. That's what the real estate agents, buyer's agent, is supposed to provide you with, that guidance. Third thing that buyer's agent is going to help you out is draft up a solid purchase offer. Guys, purchase offer is actually in Alberta called a purchase contract. This is the thing where you are buying a house, and it's important to put it up correctly, because any mistake there, any omission over there, if the seller accepts your offer, you are bound by the contract. And that's where it comes, where you have to get a real estate agent that can actually put up a solid offer for you, to put all of the conditions such as inspection, financing, property condominium document review. Put all the necessary terms, put the necessary paperwork that you require. If it's an investment property, you might want to include the utility bills. You might want to include the tenancy agreements. You might want to include the quote from a contractor for the renovations and all those things. And more importantly, guys, is also to put a proper deposit. Sometimes the seller's agent would want more money for it than you should be actually putting for a property of such a dimension. So there is a lot of things to consider what you are putting into that contract, guys. Now, a good agent or buyer's agent is going to help you out and guide you through the entire contract without overcomplicating things, and will guide you through the entire contract on what you are signing up for. Putting a proper offer in place, a purchase contract for your property could be one of the most important parts of your purchase agreement. When you're buying a property, what is in the contract, that's what your lawyer is going to go in off, what is the buyer and seller are going to be going off, and everything has to be in a clear, detailed writing, including the inclusions to the property, some things that you might see on the property that you want to come with the property. Otherwise, such thing as a washing machine, for example, guys, or a dryer, or even the refrigerator can go missing if it's omitted in your purchase contract. So it's important to make sure everything is there and written and clear and precise details. Otherwise, even your lawyer wouldn't be able to help you. Next thing what buyer's agent would do is negotiate a good price. Guys, negotiating a good price is not about just saying I want that price. It's a lot more than that. Personally, myself being a realtor, what I do is I evaluate the purchase of the property as if you were the one who was selling it. So I do a comparative market analysis to figure out what I could be selling that house for that you're about to buy. And that's how I determine what is the actual price for that property. And that's the key starting point for the negotiation of the price. So the real estate agent who knows what they're doing, a buyer's agent, would be helping you evaluate that property and then negotiate the right price and a better deal for you as a buyer. Next thing what the realtors would do for you is, well, buyer's agent, is attend the inspection. Basically, guys, when you're buying a property, unless it's an apartment, it's some condo that's protected by the property management company and condominium basically is responsible for paying. If you're buying a house, I do highly recommend doing a home inspection, unless you're coming from Ontario where people don't accept offers with conditions and then where there is no opportunity for you to actually do it or purpose. But in Alberta, we do things differently and the buyers are more protected when you're buying your own property. So home inspection, your buyer's agent would be present there during the inspection. Now, one of the things you should know, guys, is that being a buyer's agent, we attend so many home inspections. So even if you get an inspector who might be licensed, who might be qualified, in case they forget to do something, we would be there monitoring them to make sure that they do not do that and that the report is properly done and that everything is there. And that brings us to the next point, is actually negotiating the price after the home inspection. Guys, here's what happens during the inspection. After the inspection, usually an inspector would go home or to their office, put up a report which is going to be 60 or 100 pages, depending on the size of the house, with all the pictures and repairs that need to be done. So based on that, we can get a quote from a contractor for the repairs that need to be done, and we can negotiate the seller either to, number one, repair it, or number two, drop down the price, or even get out of the deal by not waiving the inspection condition, by you being not satisfied with that inspection and just not buying that property at all. So there's many things that can be done to protect you and to make sure you get your deposit back in case you want to get out. And that's one of the things that realtors do, is help you get a discount, get a better deal based on the inspection report. Next thing that buyer's agent would do for you guys, well, it's actually recommend professionals, because buying a property is not an easy process. I'm actually exercising some rock climbing here today, and it is difficult for a regular person who is not involved in buying or selling houses on a day-to-day basis as a part of their career. It's usually 1, 2, maximum 4 or 5 times opportunity in a life. But as some agents they are doing it day to day, full time, just like myself. So recommending professionals is something that we do a lot. If you need a window guy, we know the window guy. If you need a plumber, we know plumbers. If you need a home inspector, we know those. You need a list of lawyers for real estate, I'll email it to you. Somebody's smoking joint. You need, my goodness, this is Canada. Somebody's hiding. Nope. Am I going to fall? Most likely. Being in real estate industry, we know a lot of people that can help you with a lot of things. Starting with mortgage brokers, home inspectors, real estate lawyers, and all the contractors that you can only imagine. We have all of those contacts, and that's one of the things that a real estate agent, a good real estate agent, is going to provide you with, because you should be getting a full service, and buying real estate should be a good experience and not a hassle for you, where you're sitting on Google, keeping on calling people you don't know, and you don't know whether you can trust them. A good real estate agent is going to provide you with the list of reliable people who have shown a good track of record, who have good reviews, to help you out, provide you with the best service there is. Next thing that buyer's agent would do for you is communicate with the sellers. And you know, guys, it sometimes can be a very pleasant process, sometimes not so much. Some sellers can be very unprofessional, and they could try to stick only to the contract, and they could be very difficult to deal with, especially if they have an unconforming and unwilling to cooperate, let's say, tenant living in their property. So to eliminate all that frustration and possible confusion, the real estate agent, buyer's agent, is going to communicate on every single step with the seller on your behalf, and stand up for your rights to make sure that you have access to the property for pre-possession inspection, that you can negotiate on a price without having to be stressed out by trying to negotiate the price. So basically, guys, every document, including their lawyer's information, all the entire document and transaction, and the entire pre-possession and inspection, and all of the things that need to be done with the property and follow up on the contract, can be done by your agent, buyer's agent, on your behalf. That's what buyer's agents are for, to make your life less stressful, easier, safer, and more enjoyable, where you get to buy a house, your home, and you can actually enjoy the process instead of being worried on how things are and worried about the communication with the seller and their agent. That's what buyer's agent would do for you. Next point is your buyer's agent would manage all the changes to the entire purchase process. You guys would think that buying a house is a very straightforward process, but sometimes it can be complicated in terms of commission. For example, you might have to be selling your property while you're buying another property. So you might have to push away your possession date. Sometimes during the inspection you would find certain things and the seller would agree to fix them. But how do you protect yourself? How do you change your contract? That's when, before you waive the inspection condition, you would have to make an amendment to the purchase contract, where, let's say, we would withhold some part of the money from the agreement so that they make these changes happen. And if they don't make it happen, then we are not waiving the financial condition. So all that would be changes to the terms of the contract. You might have to extend your financial condition if the bank is too slow and you haven't yet secured your mortgage for, let's say, a week. I had situations where we had to extend it twice. And all of these things, guys, any changes to the contract, any negotiations and through the entire process, and changes to the possession date, or including the deposits, there might be different things, circumstances changing while you are in the process of buying a house, and different requests from you as a buyer and the seller that needs to be accommodated, and your buyer's agent would be responsible to making all of those things happen in the legal format in such a way that anything goes wrong, you will be protected. Alright, and the final point, guys, and Nito is here too. Well, final point is your real estate agent is going to navigate you through the closing process. Basically, guys, what it is while you're buying a house, going through all the deadlines and everything, making inspections, pre-possession walkthroughs, other walkthroughs with, say, with subcontractors and everything. Basically, guys, buying a home consists of giving a deposit, you know, placing an offer, getting it accepted, then putting a deposit, putting conditions, waiving conditions, making amendments, and, well, the entire process of the pre-possession inspection too, and all the things, including giving you the keys on the day after the possession and guiding you to getting a lawyer. So there's a lot of things, and your real estate agent is going to help you go through the entire process from the beginning to the closing, where you actually get yourself keys and you can finally enjoy moving and live in your new home. So guys, I will leave my details in the description of this video in case you want me to represent you here in Calgary. And if you're searching for an agent anywhere in Canada, give me a shout on the email. I will refer you to a good professional anywhere in Canada. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.